Hey, good morning guys, OFD checking in here, and I'm really excited to be bringing you a brand new watch from a brand new watch company. Another exciting thing guys is this is probably going to be the last watch review of 2017, so I'm really excited to be having a very special watch like this on the channel for that last review of 2017. So I want to thank Chris, the founder of Codec Watch Company out of the Bay Area here in California, for letting me review this watch. And I just want to thank you guys, the viewers, for always tuning in, checking out what I got here on the channel, and being really cool about the comments and stuff you guys leave. I just want to thank you guys all for that. I've got great subscribers and great viewers. So really quick, I want to give you guys a background on Codec and Chris, the founder of the company, and what they're all about. So Chris, just to give you a background on his watch stuff, he was a buyer for Msrp. If you guys are into watches and stuff like that, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Msrp and the great deals that they offer as far as group purchasing for watches and stuff like that. So Chris got his hands on just really a whole lot of watches over that period of time, from your lower end Casio watches all the way up to, some of the grail pieces you and I think about probably on a daily basis. So Chris has a really good background and a really good feel for watches. He's also participated in a number of trade shows and stuff like that, kind of getting his feel for the industry and stuff like that. And this watch is kind of the product of that. And Chris wanted to create a watch after handling this many different things. He wanted to create a watch that was different and just, represented something different in the watch community, kind of speaks to mechanical watches and the heart of a mechanical watch through the design of this watch and stuff like that. And I think he's really done a really, really good job with that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop talking about it, and we're going to bring the watch up here so that we can take a look at it. Okay. So this watch, guys, is called the Codec Spiral. Okay. Now, the term spiral is referring to the hairspring of a watch, which is, we all know that the hairspring of the watch is the heart of your mechanical watches out there. It's what keeps the watch working and moving and stuff like that. So really quick, I'm going to use some information from their website to give you guys an idea of the design of this watch. So the indices form a gradient from the 9 o'clock to the 3 o'clock position, vice versa. This is meant to represent the expansion and contraction of the hairspring. So if you guys understand how the hairspring works in there, it'll actually, they expand and contract like this as they work and run the movement of the watch. The waves on the dial are meant to represent the motion of the escapement. The crown and the crown guards represent the stud for that hairspring. And the corners on the case are meant to evoke the balance wheel with the 3 spokes. So that'll give you guys an idea. And so if you guys appreciate, incorporating mechanical watch features into the design of a watch, I think it's great. What I think is really neat is so many watch manufacturers nowadays are using, different things to represent their watches and themes and this and that. And what better theme to use for a mechanical watch than the mechanics of the watch itself? And so I think it's a brilliant idea here that Chris has come up with. So construction on this watch is 316L stainless steel, okay, all the way around on this thing. Very nicely done. It's a very nice light brushing on this watch. The case dimensions on this watch, now from side to side minus the crown through the cutout position here, you're looking at about 38.5. With the crown, you're looking right around 41, and you're also looking at 41 here from this end to this end on the case itself. Now, if you guys look at it from the side, though, the case actually sticks out almost as far, slightly. These are considered slightly shrouded lugs, okay, on this watch. So what's interesting is these lugs come in right about 40 millimeters. So it's actually a little bit narrower here on this end. Watch wears very, very well because of that. So getting a closer look at that dial, guys, you can see the wave there that's meant to represent the escapement. Now, these watches are designed in San Francisco, but these are all Swiss-made watches. He's actually contracting to have these watches made in Switzerland. So that's a big difference there, guys. I mean, we're used to these micro brands and stuff like that usually being manufactured in Asia, which honestly I don't have a problem with, but it's really nice to see a real, honest-to-God Swiss-made watch here. You have the Swiss-made down there at the 8 and 9 o'clock, and you have the Codec name up there between 2 and 3 o'clock, which is done very nicely. You can see the smooth sweep of that second hand because this watch is running a ETA 2824-2 movement in it. Now I'll flip it over here so you guys can see on the back side. Get my camera to focus here. You guys can see it does have a decorated rotor there. This is the standard version of the ETA 8 2824. Nice thing about this is, as you guys know, a 2824 is a date complication movement. They have modified this movement as far as basically removing the date function from it completely. And also the date position on the stem has been removed, which is a really smart feature because you don't have that phantom or that ghost position when you're operating the crown that really doesn't do anything, which is pretty common. Not a lot of people go to that extra effort to do something like that. So this watch does have 20mm lugs. Very, very nicely done. Solid leather strap. These do have stitching on it, but this is a one piece of leather. Very thick. Now this one, I have two of them here. Get this thing to focus. This one is broken in, which is really nice. So it's really nice and soft. This other one I have here is a newer brown one. Just to give you an idea of what these come with. These are all USA made of Italian leather, and I'm pretty sure they're using Hadley Roma as the manufacturer, so that gives you guys an idea of the quality of the strap, because Hadley Roma makes very, very nice stuff. So overall, just an absolutely beautiful watch, guys. I'm going to leave information for the Codec website down below so you guys can take a look at it and check it out. Just a very, very well done watch. Amazing dimensions. I'll go ahead and get it here on the wrist in a second here. These are another thing about the movement, which is really, really cool, just to let you guys know. It is regulated in 3 positions. So this isn't just your standard, you know, drop it in and send it out the door movement. Besides the fact that they're taking care of that date thing there, or the date, you know, phantom movement, phantom position on the crown, excuse me there. They're also regulating this in 3 position, and they're expected to be within plus or minus 3 to 6 seconds per day, which is really impressive for a watch like this. Very beautiful watch. Thank you to Chris for sending this out. These are a Swiss-made watch. I'll leave a link to the website down below. Let me go ahead and get this on the wrist for you guys to see. The current MSRP price on this watch is $750 at the website. I know that Chris had mentioned something about possible, you know, early bird pricing, and there's a few units, but it's literally a handful of units, and I don't really know if there's going to be any kind of real deal out there. But for $750 for this watch with this this 3-position regulated ETA 2824-2, and all the custom work, double dome sapphire. Look at that sapphire crystal on this watch, guys. Just beautifully done. Double dome sapphire with AR underneath. And it's just an absolutely beautiful watch. Let me go ahead and show you the crown. I didn't show you the crown here because they did put the logo on the crown. And it's very nice. So as you guys can see there, the Codec logo on the crown. Go ahead and pull this out so we can take a look at that logo on the dial. So very nice. Beautiful watch, Chris. This watch is going to be on tour to a number of different channels. I think it's going to go over to the Marshall Time channel. I'm pretty sure that it's going to at some point get out to Scott Stauffer at Watches Galore, but it's going to be on a number of different channels. I'm not quite sure. Chris has actually arranged the tour for this watch. So keep an eye out there for it, guys. Codec, very neat new watch brand out of California. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up there down there at the bottom. If you have not subscribed to the OFD channel, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.